18. 18 World Cup goals. Just let that massive, monumental number sink in for a second. Actually, it's hard to even process, right? When we talk about sports history, certain numbers just become mythical. They become entirely untouchable. But what Lionel Messi has done on the global stage is, well, it's frankly shattering reality. If you're a dedicated fan of the beautiful game, you probably thought you knew the absolute ceiling of human potential. You thought you knew exactly where the record books ended. But today, we're literally tearing those books up. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking a cinematic journey through the 5 facts that make this historic achievement, the impossible 18, completely impossible to process. We aren't just looking at dry stats today, we're documenting a once-in-a-lifetime sports history epic. We're going to break down exactly how Messi achieved the ultimate World Cup record, and trust me, by the end of this, the sheer scale of these final milestones is going to completely break your brain. All right, let's jump right in. Fact number 1. The night history broke. 1 game, 2 pieces of history. So going into this match, the tension was absolutely palpable. The whole world was watching, wondering, can he tie the record? Maybe, just maybe, break it if he's lucky. Then, boom, 39th minute, that tension finally snaps. Goal number 17 hits the back of the net, breaking a massive 12-year-old World Cup record. The stadium absolutely erupts. Now, most mortals would just stop right there, soak in the glory, manage the rest of the game, but not Messi. Fast forward to the agonizing final moments of stoppage time, the 95th minute. Goal 18 happens. And how does he do it? With an audacious, jaw-dropping double defender nutmeg. Are you kidding me? He didn't just break the ultimate record, he instantly extended it, cementing his legendary status in a matter of minutes. Which brings us to fact number 2, dethroning a giant, the close gap. For over a decade, Miroslav Klose's name absolutely terrified goalkeepers. He defined the absolute pinnacle of World Cup scoring. To even approach his record was considered this Herculean task. I mean, the guy built a legendary 16-goal legacy over 4 separate World Cups and 12 grueling years. That was a record experts thought might stand for generations. But Messi, he didn't just, edge past him with a lucky tap-in. He created a massive, unassailable 2-goal chasm. 18-16. He passed the legendary Klose and literally just kept running, entering a totally different stratosphere of dominance. Moving on to fact number 3. 20 years of dominance, an unprecedented span. Okay, so reaching the summit of global football is one thing, but maintaining that level, it basically defies sports science. Think about this. From a fresh-faced teenager back in 2006 to a seasoned 38-year-old maestro in 2026, Messi scored World Cup goals exactly 20 years apart. 20 years. Think about the physical toll this sport takes on a player's body. Think about the constant, ruthless evolution of tactics and defensive strategies over 2 decades. We see entire careers of world-class players start, peak, and end entirely within that window. Yet Messi just adapted and evolved. Wearing that iconic number 10 jersey, he continued to strike fear into the world's best defenders with his relentless endurance. Absolutely no other player in history has achieved this. All right, fact number 4. Conquering the globe. 11 fallen nations. Just listen to this list for a second. Algeria, Austria, France, Germany, Nigeria, Mexico, Bosnia, Iran, Greece, Belgium, Switzerland. 11 completely different nations. Let that sink in. He has conquered more opponents than any other player in the entire history of the World Cup. This wasn't just stat padding, you guys. This was a systematic dismantling of defensive lines from every single corner of the globe. Whether he was facing gritty underdog squads playing the games of their lives or massive European powerhouses packed with Champions League defenders, Messi solved the puzzle every single time. He proved unequivocally that no defensive philosophy on earth was immune to his magic. And finally, fact number 5, the ultimate crown, the undisputed ruler. So we're building to the final coronation here. To find a true contemporary for this, we actually have to transcend the men's game entirely and look at the absolute titans of the sport as a whole. The legendary women's record holder, Marta from Brazil, stood at a towering 17 goals, just a complete beacon of absolute brilliance and consistency. But Messi now sits at 18. 18-17. He leads Marta by a single historic goal, making him the greatest combined scorer in tournament history. Men's, women's, combined. The whole shebang. When it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net at the World Cup, he is officially, unequivocally, the greatest on the planet. So, out of all these impossible records we've explored today, breaking and extending the record in one night without wild stoppage time nutmeg, creating that massive 2-goal chasm over Miroslav Klose, the 20-year span of sheer dominance, dismantling 11 different nations, or finally taking the ultimate combined crown from Marta, which fact hits hardest for you? I really want to know what leaves you in absolute awe. Drop a comment below with the number of your favorite fact. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep learning, keep analyzing, and keep enjoying the beautiful